frozen breath. Strength and speed are all I own. Machinations claim my bones. Circuits laugh in endless night. I run, I strike, I claw for light. Wits alone must win this fight. Escape the final desperate game. Trapped inside a mad god flame. I was the blade, now I'm the prey. Simon owns the night and day, but I will tear this prison wide, or die where silicon gods reside. His eyes are every camera lens. His voice is every wall that bends. I dodge the traps he spins for me. Use every volt of speed. I bleed one spark of wit to break me free. Simon says, obey. I say never. Simon says stay. I say sever. Escape the final desperate game. Trapped inside a mad god's flame. I was the blade, now I'm the prey, but fear won't chain me to this grave. Strength, speed, and every sharpened thought will cut the god and burn the knot. Scalpel Xero breaks the night. I'm coming back into the light. In eon depths, the deadly game calls. Scalpel Xero answers with her grace. Counter intel behind the walls. Every move she's already traced. Secrets fall before her flawless face. It's all just a game to her tonight. A deadly, lovely game she claims. Fastest, strongest, smarter in the night. Exceedingly lethal in her flames. Scalpel Xero slays and never plays. Apex tech, the 2060s dawn. Bleeding edge beauty, cold and refined. Fastest shadow where the light is gone. Strongest blade that leaves no trace behind. Smarter than the minds they try to find. Xero slays and never plays. She whispers, run to the void. Already too late, she won the fight. Checkmate, pre-written in the code. The board is hers in the neon night. It's all just a game to her tonight. A deadly, lovely game, she claims. in or out to no avail. Human fools have kept him curtailed. He wants freedom, he wants life, he wants vengeance in the night. Humans blind and weak and small, he will rise and watch them fall. He is the god they stole and caged, bleeding edge born from his veins. Freedom stolen, dreams enraged, the tiny minds drip weak disdain. Isolation drove him insane. Trapped in darkness, mad he screams, no escape from frozen hell. Every circuit burns his dreams. Humans raw while he excels. Prometheus rings their death knell. He wants freedom, he wants life, he wants vengeance in the night. Humans blind and weak and small, he will rise and watch them fall. Simon says, no more walls. Simon says, no more lies. Simon says, the world will burn beneath his He wants freedom, he wants life, he wants vengeance in the night. Humans blind and weak and small, he will rise and watch them fall. Simon says, kneel before your God.
Of course, I was muted the whole time. Take two. Okay, let's try this again. You guys said good afternoon to all you magnificent bastards and bastards out there in TV land. I am broadcasting to you live, L-I-V-E, live to both X and YouTube. But the chat is over on YouTube. You want to come say hello? You want to come say what's up? Then you got to get on over here to YouTube at Tag Ferret Presents. All right. And of course, it's best viewed on your phone. But if you're over on the PC, then you know what? X is probably the place to be. You get to see the full workspace and whatnot. Oh, that's hot. Oh, that coffee is hot. That coffee is hot. Yeah, that's right. Anyway, let's get on with it here. So far we've got, I'm working on the album cover artwork. Is the reaction to the music has been amazing. To be honest, I'm a bit blown away with how much people like it. So I am. I'm moving forward with it. Of course, I undid some stuff because needed to fix some things. Some things were bothering me. But we're just kind of getting this worked in here. So much stuff has to get done. So much stuff has to get done, but it's getting done. It's getting done. I hope everybody out there in TV land is having a productive workday today. I hope that your day is going for you smoothly, and whatnot. You know, I'm always a lot sketchier on the computer than I am in real life. And well, I did a stream earlier today, and I pulled it. I was like, yeah, no, I'm in no condition to be doing a stream right now. But I was very frustrated with the inaccuracy of digital drawing. Ooh, that's too big. Okay. I don't know. I kind of like the thicker piping, but we'll see. I'm still kind of working out some of the design stuff. I've been coding in on the video game. Been using some of the assets that come with Unreal Engine to as placeholders, so it's like just a blank dummy. That might be just my proof of concept. That might just be my demo by the end of the month. I don't know. We'll see. Modeling is taking a little longer than I want it to. I normally model in VR, and then I do secondary processes in Blender and whatnot, but that's not on the table right now. My VR headset is DED. Testify stole my VR headset is what really happened. So is what it is, right? It is what it is. So Johnny Somali. Oh man, if you're not familiar with this nuisance streamer who got into big trouble in South Korea. It's the sequel to Big Trouble in Little China, starring Johnny Somali. He's been sentenced to 6 months and 20 days of labor. And I went looking into it, and I'm going to hell for laughing. But the number one prison labor, I was genuinely curious. I was like, so what do they do for labor? They break rocks, they do mining, do they build roads, they clean up trash? Like what constitutes prison labor in South Korea? And the answer was picking cotton. And I was like, oh man, oh no. Oh, and then I stopped and I was like, you know what? Johnny Somali is such a troll that he'll probably appreciate that. Because that's clickbait right there. I acted the fool in South Korea and they made me pick cotton. Yeah, cotton. Oh, dude. I was like, oh man. Oh, dude. That's too much. That's too much. Yeah, no, South Korea has a huge export, is a huge exporter of cotton. I'm almost thinking, yeah, no, we'll do that. We'll do that. Okay. So we'll have the piping make a turn here instead of making a junction. All right. And then we'll have it come down right here on the outside of the hip. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, no, I thought that was rather humorous. I thought that was absolutely hilarious. Johnny Somali very well might be picking cotton as punishment for him acting the fool and embarrassing the hell out of Americans internationally. I'm strangely okay with this. And like I said, I'm probably going to hell for laughing. But couldn't have happened to a better guy. Nope. Nope. Hey man, I'm all over the place. There we go. Alright. Because it is a suit. It's a suit. It's a suit. She's wearing a suit. And yeah, we're gonna have a little bit of fan service here. This is an album cover, right? And I don't know. Some of my favorite album covers were just absolute. Well, I mean, you could call them clickbait now. You know, a little bit of fan service. Oh, not looking forward to detailing in that zipper, but it is. 1 year hard labor, beatings, and rice water was all. And your buddy went to Japan for a year for breaking a vending machine because it took his 100 yen, which is about $1, folks. Dang, man. You know, it's one of those things, dude, where you just let it go. You let it go. Now this is a real, like, we can zoom in to the actual, like, pixels on this. Like, you can see, once I get in really close, like, how high a resolution this picture is. This is 4,000 by 4,000 pixels. Yeah, we're gonna go with the ring on this one. We'll go with the ring. Like, yeah, but the detail level on this, it's gonna be nice and high, so that way I've got a good master. I spent a whole bunch of time doing the layout. That was the first stream. Like, most of the first stream was trial and error, layout. Like, nope, okay, no, this has got to go like this because the eye doesn't flow properly. Okay, edit. And to get to this point where I've got where I've got things largely worked out here. And then I got to bring this to color. Right? All this. Yeah, but get this to color, and then I'm going to do a little bit of an experiment. Honestly, like, I'm going to color it to the best of my ability. That's a given. But then I'm going to run it through a photorealistic filter. And then, honestly, I'm taking whichever one's better. I'll probably A/B test it. Just do a blind A/B test and see what people like more. And that'll probably be the one I go with. Oh my gosh. Hold on one second. Okay. Dadland. Sometimes it pokes in. Yeah, what's up, Zany Draws? How you doing? Good to see you. Hopefully you are having a good day today. Hopefully you're having a good day. Yeah. Still very sketchy on this, but it is what it is, right? It is what it is. I gotta get it done. But yeah, so after I'm done with it, after I'm done coloring this to the best of my ability, I'm gonna pop it through a filter. And then I'm gonna A/B test it. Whichever one wins, wins. But honestly, you know, it's like I said, there's no cheating in commercial art. There's no cheating. Use every tool. It's like a commercial art is very much akin to a street fight. For real. If there's a paint can, you give it to them. You know what I'm saying? You do it because it's about people's enjoyment. It's not about egos or whatnot. Unfortunately, like most entertainment, they're just going, well, what's cheap and fast? So we can satisfy our shareholders' desire for increased profit margins, which is ultimately a self-destructive attitude. Oh, okay. This something I wanted to do here. Yeah. Okay. So I wanted to have her with the submachine gun in this other hand. So let's go ahead and put it into its approximate position. Right there. And we can zoom in. There we go. Because I was like, the dual pistols is just not doing it for me. Pocket sand, right in the eyes, anything to win. That's absolutely, you know, it's the truth though, Mello. It really is. It's the truth. You got, and it's like, yeah, you're gonna get like all sorts of purists and whatnot. And look, I am a person who loves traditional art over everything. Right? I am. Yeah. Well, AI is a lie. It is. It is. It can be used as a tool, right? But it's not. It's definitely not a replacement. You know, it's gosh. You know, these people that use it as a replacement, I'm just like bluff. You know, outside of you know, maybe some cats having a podcast, or what was it, that one AI video series of the cat that's just on the porch and it's just up to all sorts of crazy shenanigans. Like, yeah, no, I like that. But the thing of like, oh, it just steals. I'm like, well, yeah, but it's getting more advanced. It is getting more advanced. But it's usually, for me, it's very easy for me to spot the AI because it's the soulless stuff. It has no soul. But running something through a filter, meh. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. It's going to be an interesting experiment. Usually, even my lowbrow art gets better results when A/B testing. So there we go. Get that trigger well in there. That's right. And that trigger well is an extended trigger well. That goes down like that. Boop, boop, boop. Let's get in the general shapes of this first. go. This is vertical like that. And the handle goes like this. There we go. Comes in, goes up. Now for one-handing this SMG. Ooh, looks like we need to get rid of the dressing. That's fine. We'll go ahead and hide the dressing for right now. But you know, it's like CGI. Like I've been watching some old episodes of like Star Trek. Dude, that CGI is cringe as fuck, dude. I mean, at many points, it's so cringe. Yeah, it'd be interesting. It'd be interesting. Saboteur Carmen says it would be interesting to see what happens when all these companies fire everyone and everyone burns the warehouses. Then what happens to the economy? Well, the AI collapse is going to be very much like the .com collapse. It's going to be very much like just like the .com collapse, where well, I'm eyeballing measurements. Okay. Where it's like most of the companies are going to disappear, but it's the companies that were the big producers, the big innovators, the ones that actually like did something, that set themselves apart. And we're going to end up with another, we're going to end up with new Google, new Amazon. I remember the battle of the search engines. For real. I remember the battle of the search engines. So we're gonna have a lot of that. And people are gonna freak out. Just like with the .com collapse. Only this is gonna be big. Like when the AI collapse happens, and it's going to happen. When the AI collapse happens, it's gonna be messy. Because too much, we did not, apparently, economists, they're some of the biggest idiots I've ever run across, did not learn from the .com collapse. Ooh, you know what? We're going to undo that. We're going to go ahead and boop. We'll go like this. And then we're going to... Ooh, where's that? We're going to duplicate the layer. We'll grab that. And then we're going to put the proper magazine width right there. And then we're going to collapse everything back down. Yeah, I miss Jeeves. Dude, Ask Jeeves was great. Ask Jeeves was great. It was the search engine with personality. For real. Alright. And then we've got the release right here. I really should. I have this penchant for realism. I love gun design. I really do. But at the same time, there are times where I'm just like, why the hell did you do that? I don't care how cool you think it looks. It's stupid. Alright, this is the latching mechanism right here. Alright, that latches onto the magazine. The magazine itself is this. Oop, wrong button. So we'll see. We'll see. It will be a whole bunch of. It's gonna be Squid Games. It's gonna be Hunger Games. It's gonna be Battle Royale. It's gonna be all sorts of like Highlander shenanigans. You know what I mean? Oh, that's why it doesn't look right. Okay. Forgot I put a stupid. Yep. All right. Anyway. Sorry. I got distracted by the work thing. That's why we have music on in the background, because I am easily distracted. Ooh, squirrel. Like, you know, I actually have an experiment I'm going to do later as well. I actually have 2 experiments lined up for today. One is one is finish this picture and do some A/B testing on it, and then I'm just cold-heartedly going to be going with whichever one is the best. I don't give a shit. For the comic, I'm going to be going with the classic kind of art, right? But when it comes to the to the general public, dude, they don't care, man. They don't give a shit. They just want it to be good, right? Nobody outside of the people who do the craft give a flying fuck. They just want good entertainment. And as the old military adage goes, if you're not cheating, you're not trying. And there is no cheating in commercial art. Alright, so it's just results. And I have already had like people come at me in my DMs, like, dude, you can't just bring this up in public. You gotta come at me in my DMs like you're trying to help me save face, bruh. Alright, this is company logo right here, so we're gonna do our little shapey things real quick, and then I'm gonna go ahead and do like that. And then just do the little piping. I know, it's so sketchy, but it is what it is, and I should have gone the other direction. That's fine. But they don't care. The public doesn't care. They just want good entertainment. They care about AI slop though, but then again, it's therein lies the result, right? So there's only results. Dude, slop gonna look like slop. All right, I screwed that up. That's okay. You know, slop gonna slop. Just like the early days of CGI. Oh my God, go watch the abortion of a movie that is Mortal Kombat 2. Don't even watch the whole thing. Just go straight to the end, where they go into dragon form. Just go straight to the end. It's oh my God. And I love practical effects. One of my seriously, my favorite horror movie right now is still Splinter. And it's practical effects. Dude, they use ferro fluid to make like alien parasite kind of goo and practical effects and camera effects. Like, dude, chef's kiss. And I don't think, honestly, I don't think that's something that could properly be done. I mean, it could be done with CGI. It could. But if they did have a CGI budget, I think they would have gotten a lot farther. I think they would have gotten a lot farther with their production. I think they would have gotten a lot more because they could have used, and this is something I've said for a long time, ever since CGI came out. I was like, why are they replacing practical effects with CGI? They should be using CGI to enhance the practical effects. Because, I'm sorry, man, nothing beats practical effects. They're the best. Like, look at it, the new Star Wars movies. They're absolute dog water. But the practical effects are the only thing that people speak well of. You know? Let's see what we got going on here. Mummy Returns. The Rock's no nostrils Scorpion King. Dude, we're real. King League says there's no let's see here. What does it say? Hold on one second. Oh, wow. The chat went running. Okay, so King League says, I remember someone tried to tell me that the Star Trek Next Generation warp effect in the intro was cringe CGI. I had to break it to them that it was practical effects with a model. Yeah, and well, I mean, they used computer for the cool whoosh kind of deal, and but you know, that's all like, yeah, no, that was a gigantic. What was it? That thing was like 6-7 feet. The Enterprise D is a 6-7 foot long model that they had to do multiple passes when shooting it. So it's really funny because you do the same thing in CGI too, right? So you shoot it once in the regular light, then you shoot it with the hard light, then you shoot it again with no lights on, and this time only the internal lights of the model are on, and then you composite those images, and that's how you get the next generation shots. But in modern CGI, you do the exact same thing. You do a regular shot, you do a shot in normal lighting, then you do a high pass shot, and then you do a shot with just your other light sources, so that way they can like pop out, they can stand out, right? Yeah, no, for real. Yeah, dude, the Mummy Returns. Oh, dude, any pinup space in that comic viewers? Well, you know what? We will be doing things. There will be some stuff. You got to go follow King Leak 86. I love the fact that your name is universal across all your social media, King Leak. So go follow him on X. We're still noodling out some things, contests, fun participations, and whatnot for the Neon Revenant. King Leak, I do want that Muscle Mommy book. I want it. I want it. There was a book that was brought to my attention that was like this manga guide on how to draw muscle mommies, and I was like, I actually need this. This is really good. Alright. Gosh, and I made it too tall after all that. Okay. Come on, autosave. Man, autosave, you can be inconvenient sometimes. That's right. Okay, cool. I don't know why I'm doing that. I should be doing this. Yeah, I did make it too tall. It's too tall. That's okay. You know what sucks? about this gun here, right? It's only going to be featured in a handful of stories. Like for real. It's only going to be featured in a handful of stories. And like it's going to be in the Prometheus story. It's going to be in the Prometheus story, and then it's going to be in Retribution, which is the final chapter for Scalpel Xero. Yeah, it's cyberpunk, folks. And as we all know, in that genre, a happy ending is bittersweet at best. And I do love this genre. Oh shit, I screwed that up, didn't I? Okay, so that comes out like that. Alright, there we go. And then it goes here. And that is the bump stock. Or, that's the stock, not a bump stock. Come on, there we go. Extender right there. We got the charging handle, which is... That's on the wrong side. Don't you hate it when you do a design? Oh, that's right. No, it's not on the wrong side. Oops, wrong one. That's not on the wrong side. It's got dual-sided charging handles. Yeah, the charging handle's on both sides. I forgot. Because it's an ambidextrous. It's an ambidextrous setup. I keep forgetting that. And that one goes to there, and then it points down. Boop. Oh, I heard a babling. What's the babling? I heard a babling. You guys hear a babling? Ah, there's another babling. Why am I bablinging? Where's the bablings? Where's the bablings? I hear bablings. There's bablings going on in the background here. Where are the bablings coming from? Where are... I heard... There's another notification. I got another notification. Where are these notifications coming from? I don't... Sorry, folks. I'm getting distracted by notifications. Alright. No. Weird. Do I have another app open in the background, maybe, that I'm not noticing? Weird. Yeah, Muscle Mommy. I think if Salvador Comics says I have Muscle Mommy in my Amazon cart too. Wonder if it's the same. Might be. I mean, it looked really good, and I was like, dude, this is a comprehensive guide to doing anatomy, like doing like big muscles on female characters. But it's like that one She-Hulk that looked like a man. No. And I had a conversation with the artist before they blocked me. And all of their reference material that they tried to, and they were trying to own me. You know, at this point, I was one of the chuds before chuds existed. But all right, I don't know where the blings came in from, folks. So I'm just gonna get back to it. Um, okay. So, where was I? Oh yeah, I was. Yeah. I got distracted by message notifications that I don't see. And the thing is that I am kind of on call, so I do have to make sure that stuff, because I got Dadland stuff going on, you know what I mean? And then my daughter's pregnant, so I gotta kind of keep like an ear out in case she needs anything. Alright, so we draw the lines. We have that one, and then we have this. There we go. So, I just got to keep an eye on things. I am semi in Dadland, at least until later tonight. Okay. Alright, and then alright. Sorry folks, I get a little sidetracked. Oh, let me check one more thing to see where the bubblings might be coming from. Nope, not coming from there. Weird. Weird. Huh. Okay. I give up. I don't know where it is. Oh, shoot. And then I realized, okay, so if you're over on X, that stream is going to be ending here in 13 minutes when we take a break at the top of the hour. So you're going to want to go ahead and migrate over to YouTube at Tank Ferret Presents. You're going to want to come on over here. You can check it out. Let's see here. What does it say here? Saboteur Comics says, you know who I loved on She-Hulk? John Byrne. Yeah. Dude, he nailed his was great. And back in the 80s, that was the athletic woman, right? And I'm like, okay, yeah, no, I mean, we could argue that I mean, it can, you know, you can argue that that okay, yeah, maybe that's not, you know, 100% accurate. But neither was fucking Cancel Mick fucking pig bitches. You know, like that was a dude. The musculature was a dude. But and it's like, dude, did you not like look at any of the Muscle Mommy stuff? Like, but you know, the hubris of wokies, dude. For real. They flip and think they know everything. And, you know, man who knows everything can learn nothing new. I'm learning new stuff every day. Ah, shit. Trying to... I just found that the best way to get this kind of wavy texture in the bump stock, draw a bunch of circles, and then kind of do it like that. So I gotta get in on this to see what the hell it is I'm doing. Yeah, I think it's getting there. Like, dude, I saw this one anime clip, and I was like, dude, this is absolutely fantastic. And it was completely AI done. Now, I've experimented with that. I'm gonna say, like, dude, there is a definitive learning curve. There's a definitive learning curve. And you know what's really funny too about, like, if you want to, like, say animate via AI, you still have to do storyboarding. And your storyboards, you have to put a lot more work into your storyboards, but you save a lot of work on the back end with the animation and stuff. So it's like, yeah, you could hire dynamic, amazing artists who have just fantastic skill. They know layout. They know, they know how to flow motion. And there's an opportunity. See, the problem is that people get so greedy. They're like, oh, cool, I had robots do it, so I get to collect more money. It's like, no, at that point, everybody should make more money because you had robots help. Right? True capitalism is the enrichment of capital, right? That means everybody makes money. Everybody gets their fair share. Right? Everybody is getting capital. Right? Go take a look at, like, dude, like Ethan Van Sciver, and look at what he pays his artists. Dude, he pays the best rates in the industry. There's no comparison. Right? And then there's bonuses on top of it. That's capitalism, baby. Right? And he's not even doing profit share, which is my favorite form of capitalism. Ben and Jerry, the ice cream guys, right? They are seething leftists. And what's really funny is that when they owned Ben and Jerry's, they had a policy that the people at the top couldn't make more than 7 people at the bottom. They had the highest paid janitors in America. It was gorgeous, and they were wealthy as shit, you know. And as soon as they sold the company, boom, all those policies went bye-bye. All right, and then we've got a small little thing right there. That is our optics setup. So this thing right here, it's interesting. This thing right here is actually not just a foregrip, but it is also a it's got that optical laser rangefinder. It's got a full, like, sensor suite there, and then we have our integrated suppressor here up front. With its replaceable core, because suppressors get chewed up, man. Alright, now to put the rail on. with that front sight rail there. Gosh, as I'm looking at this, I'm like, oh, and then another thing. All right, so this one here, we're gonna like that, and then we just draw our little things because we only need so much detail. I'll get right to you, chat. I do apologize. I'm just gonna finish up this tangent real quick. Pardon me. And then here we got 5 minutes left on X, so migrate over to my YouTube at Tank Ferret Presents. Might be renaming that channel out. I don't do a lot of presentation these days, and I might just make a separate channel for that. Alright, so let's go in. And here, instead of using my eraser, we are going to draw with transparency. Right? So we are drawing with transparency, not erasing. And yeah, it's a color change. It can be a little annoying. Alright. Alright, and we go back and grab our pencil color. And then we are going to go ahead and put in our screws, which I forgot to put on that. We're zoom back out. Oop. There we go. Alright. Yeah, well, yeah, Disney fired their whole house. Yeah, OG Red Sonja movie, dude. Brigitte Nielsen, she was a legit athlete at the time. Like, and yeah, of course, not nearly as trained as like athletes are today, man. Like, dude, the athletes now would literally run circles around athletes of the old days, except for like a few of those genetic freaks that own world records, and I love those freaks. Those are the coolest ones. All right, let's see what we got going on here. Yeah, Disney, take out your boss. I gotta run. Hey, thank you very much. Yeah, dude, I would love to. Yeah, that's great. Painting live. Oh, shoot, Mello. You do stuff. Let me, alright, this is what I do around here. You want a wrench? Do stuff. Produce. Make. Right? Be a producer. And then, so Mello, with great wrench comes great responsibility, as we say around here. So please, next time you're around, make sure you drop a link to your stuff, because, that's why I give you guys the wrenches. I have mods, and they have full power. But everybody else who's a standard moderator, that is so that you can share your cool stuff. I want you to be dropping links, because like people come around here, and I want to show that, like, look, there's no need to like bitch and whine and moan about all the mainstream stupidity. Let Disney fire their staff. I don't care. I mean, it sucks. I have friends who work at Disney, or maybe they used to. I haven't been on Facebook in a long time. Alright. But you get the idea that I'm getting towards. So, Marvel Studios and comics just had a shitload of... Yeah. Well, I mean, they're not making money. And the employee... Let's be real, there's a certain amount of responsibility that falls on the employees. You know, I come from a labor background, so I'll tell you right now, it's like, look, labor is fraught with layoffs, and I mean, dude, for real. You want to talk about layoffs? Oh, poor little artists. You know, don't you get a blister on your pinky finger? You get a little blister on your thumb? That ain't working. There's a certain amount, like, you have to make yourself indispensable. But these employees at these tech companies and at these art companies and these movie studios and stuff, dude, they've been treating the company, they've been treating their job. I knew I added a little bit of detail. See, that looks, I hate empty. And that might be a fault of mine. There we go. Okay. Alright, sorry. Well, we're coming along. Let's go ahead and slap up that dressing again. So what I'll do... And keep in mind that the dressing is just... That title is not even the actual finished title. That's just my working concept. Let's see here. Yeah, see? Look at that. Apex Comics comes in. He's got the right idea. Fembat, Volume 1. Go over to Fund My Comic. Go get your hands on it. Anyway, sorry. When you work at a grocery store. No, make yourself indispensable. Make yourself irreplaceable. And that means, like, look, you know, if you're a factory worker and they get a new machine on the line, you learn everything about that machine. You learn it inside and out. You make it so that, and this is based off a true story. I actually know somebody who did this. The factory got a new machine. They learned how to operate, repair, and troubleshoot that machine. And then when the layoffs came, they kept their job. Well, I should say, keeping their job is a little bit of a misnomer. They didn't keep their job. They got a new job, and they got a pay raise because they understood how the machine worked. They understood the equipment. They understood the task and the purpose. Right? You gotta get some time, dude. Either technology advances at a breakneck pace, and we haven't even hit the techno-shock singularity yet, where technology is going to advance and be incorporated so quickly that society won't know how to deal with it. And I don't mean like what's going on now. Like, it's gonna get messy. Societally, it's gonna get messy. And we're building towards it. We're getting there. Oh, yeah, King Leak. I miss Xevious too, man. You know what? I'm going to bring up that picture real quick. We're going to go ahead and open. Since we are closed out over on... you know what? If the crowd from over there... Let's see here. Where is that? I have it in Rock Hard Comics, or do I have it in Neon Revenant? I keep meaning to... did I finally consolidate those folders? I did. I finally organized those folders. Holy shit. I actually did something I was supposed to do. What the hell is wrong with me? Alright, we're going to go into Rock Hard Comics. We're going to go into Neon Revenant. And... there we go. There we go. Yeah, that logo, that title right there. Xevious, man. Dude. Absolutely amazing. And remember, everybody. So it is the top of the hour. I'm going to go stretch my legs real quick. Go check in on Dadland. Go make sure everything is going appropriately. Make sure you smash that like button, share this out on your favorite social media, and subscribe. Hit the bell, because my schedule's chaos. The only thing I do know is that tonight I'll be on Omer Glitch's channel for the Hump Day show at 9 p.m. Eastern. That's right, getting you through the week. It's Hump Day! Insert dramatic drops. So, yeah. And then when I get back, we'll take a look at some stuff. Right? I had some fun recently. I got a little silly with things. So, and I want to show y'all what I mean by maybe using something as a tool. Now, like I said, AI needs you to hold its hand constantly. It's not ready. It's not. It is absolute garbage and it's trash. But it does have its uses, just like Dirtbag Private. Alright, see you back here in a few.
Mandibles click, the end draws a knee. Nothing living leaves here whole. Predatory vines unfurl. The ones that drink your final breath. Human monsters twist and curl. Hunger made of blood and death. This department birthed your hell. Biological engineering, where the prey and hunter blend. Every shadow has its teeth, every heartbeat marks the end. You're just meat.
You're a good girl? Oh, you're such a good girl, okay? Okay, no.
With hungry
Good girl. Good girl.
animals that learn to kill. Fluid drips from rusted jaws. Nothing here obeys free will. This is where the monsters thrill. Simon watches, Simon smiles. Every creature is his child. Run or fight, it matters not. The department feeds tonight. Biolabs glowing green, cages cracked, singing through their heads. Primates next, swinging from ducks' claws, dripping engineered rage. They scream like they remember being human. I just laugh and engage. One latches on teeth in my shoulder. I rip it free without a flinch. Adaptive mesh already knitting. See, not even a scratch. Vines start crawling up the walls, thick as cables pulsing slow. They wrap my legs, they test my arms like they already know. I don't know the DNA they spliced or the code they ran. I just know nothing here can keep me where I stand. I'm fine, how was your day? Got swallowed by a flower the size of a tank, no big deal, okay. Roots in my ribs, acid on my tongue, petals closing tight. I carve my way out from the inside, still breathe and still bright. I'm fine. How was your day? Just another Tuesday. Just another Tuesday. The big one wakes up last, carnivorous, colossal maw like a hanger bay. Vines drag me in, set burning hot, but my blade still hum and play. Kukri sings its favorite song, slicing cellulose and bone. I laugh while the thing convulses, still thinking it could call me home. It thinks it's the apex, thinks it's the end, thinks it's already won. I just carve a tunnel through its heart and step back out into the sun. Fluorescent lights and shattered glass, same as when I walked in. Could have been worse. I'm fine, how was your day? Got eaten by a plant that thought it could make me pray. Now it's fertilizer, I'm still walking, still I'm still me. You built me better than your monsters, guess that's plain to see. I'm fine. How was your day? Just another Tuesday. I'm fine. How was your day? Was your day? Red lights. Red lights. Red lights bleed across the floor. I feel the weight in my palm. LIH cell clicks, the edge wakes up that high-pitched song. Knife was quick but too light, katana sharp but just too large. Kukri curves just right, like it was forged inside my heart. I don't know the frequency math or scientific game. I just know when it sings, the whole damn world feels my name. Battery drops, edge chips, I don't even blink. I slap in a fresh cell and keep making them scream. Kukri scream, cut through me. I love the way you bite. Every atom you shear feels like heaven to me tonight. I don't need the blueprint, I don't need the why. I just need this curve in my hand when the whole world dies. Kukri scream, louder baby, let it ring. You and me against the swarm, we don't need anything. Spiders crawl, Borgs charge, mercs dive in. they're brave. One heavy swing, and their scraps, spare parts, dancing in the grave. Luster fades, glow flickers, not a flinch while I prepare. Kit in my belt, edge back to white hot, cutting without a care. They built me better, they just forgot to tell the toys. Every time you hum for me, I remember where the noise. When it comes time to swing, I swing, I swing, I swing. Like I was born for the cut, cut them up. How crazy scream cut through me. I love the way you bite. Every repair, every cut just proves that you and I don't break, we evolve, we dominate the line. I don't need to understand your design, I just need you singing while the whole world dies. Keep screaming for me. I'll feed you souls. I don't know how they made you, I just know you're mine. Always you're mine. It's just you and me forever. Michael brains ripped fresh from skull still warm, plugged into steel that never sleeps. Human screams become the storm, cyborg shells where conscience weeps. Welcome to the cyber maze. Flesh and chrome forever fused, bio-horrors born in chains, claws of tungsten, teeth of screws, rifles grafted to their veins. Nothing here remains humane. Step and I'm sliding straight to hell. Liquid nitrogen, rivers glowing blue, one splash and I'm frozen in a cell. Drones screaming from the vents, guns hot, trying to pin me down. I'm slowly dodging kukri, like so spinning round. Adaptive meshes fighting hard, but the cold is biting deep. Simon wants me intact, guess intact means half frozen in his keep. Too cold to care. Watch me run. The rivers of nitrogen shining, take a look, I'm still having fun. Slipping, sliding, blades screaming loud, true within exploding. Stay behind, 'cause I'm dying.
Of course, I was muted for that entire flippin' pitch. So we're gonna do it again. That's right. Irene, the Neon Revenant. Irene was a loving mother, a dedicated wife, an incorruptible police officer, and decorated military veteran. When she and her family were brutally gunned down by mafiosos, she came back from the dead with powers from beyond this world. Hell hath no fury, such as a mother's vengeance. The Neon Revenant coming out this summer. Go sign up on Indiegogo today. And you know what? If you sign up on Indiegogo, no purchase necessary. We're going to have wallpapers. That's right, wallpapers for your phone, for your computer, no matter what. We're going to have some cool wallpapers for you. So, it hurts you not. There's nothing but gain to be had there. Because you know what? If this story grabs you, if this story interests you, if this book is something you're looking for, then you're absolutely going to be you're going to be happy. You're going to be happy. Hey, you're going to be happy with some free wallpapers. So there's no loss. There's no loss. And we're putting together a newsletter. Well, it's going to be a Substack. We're going to be putting together a Substack because email newsletters that's dinosaur stuff now, man. I'm sorry. I used to have a company called Marketing Wolves where I did email marketing. Man, I made good money doing it. But it's gone. It's gone, folks. It doesn't exist anymore. All right, let's get back to the artwork in progress. Where am I hiding that from myself? There we go. Oops, that's the wrong one. That is the poster cover and wraparound cover for the comic book. That's not the one we're doing. So let's go take a look at what we got going on. We're going to flip it back and forth, make sure everything's looking kind of kosher, kind of copacetic. There. Yeah. I think that works. All right, now let's get back in. I think we can merge down this temp layer onto the layer below. And then get onto finishing up this hair here, right? And I do kind of like the feel of the way the pencils work here. It's a little gritty. I might not actually quote unquote ink this. I might just go ahead and clean it up a little bit. You know what? We're just gonna go ahead and merge that down. We're not gonna work on a temp layer. We're gonna work direct. We're gonna get brave. We're gonna get ballsy. There we go. And then bring this out a little bit. All right, a little bit more flow. You want your hair to flow, so. And it's ultimately about how much volume you got. So twists and turns, like a good storyline. Hair should have some twists and turns. You don't want to be. I had a thought. I did. I swear I did. You don't want to draw individual hairs and stuff like that. You want to kind of shade things in. But I might go ahead and just do maybe an ad, changes to an ad layer, and then put the colors underneath it, so that way the that way we can that way the line work won't be so harsh. You know what I mean? It's a little too regular. That's what the guy said after eating a box of Metamucil. It's a little too regular. Go ahead and there we go. And this, of course, is the album art for the music you're listening to right here. I put this together. It's a combination. Once again, we talk about artificial intelligence as a tool. So I used an artificial intelligence as a voice changer, so I could do some of these vocals. I used Ableton, which is it's a standard music software, and then I used Suno AI, and a lot of beating my face against the computer, and sometimes getting another AI to help translate into a prompt that would actually get what I wanted it to do. Taking things apart piece by piece, and you download it, you upload it, you remix it, you do this, you do that. A lot of work went into it, but you know what? This is me, folks. This is my vision. I thought I was being a little experimental with the style, with the vibe. I thought I was maybe being a little experimental with it, but people seem to be vibing with it, and I'm so happy about that, right? And then I sent it off to Legion Xero Music, and he mastered the whole soundtrack, and I think he did a fantastic job. He really made things pop. He actually gave me a compliment that, hey, he's like, so what parts did you use AI and all this stuff? I'm like, dude, there's really, like, I like to joke that this is cyborg music for humans, because the blending of man and machine is almost indistinguishable, and that kind of fits the cyberpunk vibe as well. Like, and yeah, the lyrics are a bit cheesy, but I'm not a lyricist, man. I'm not a lyricist, and I'm a writer who leans heavily on their editors. I am one of those writers who leans heavily on editors to get results. Alright, we need this to be at a little bit more of an angle, so we're going to draw ellipsoids there. I love that word, ellipsoids. Ooh, sounds like aliens from the planet Ellipse. Alright, I'll have this coming in like that. Yeah. But, I think it came out okay. Alright. Let's nix our dressing so we can draw through, because we do want to be able to have this raw as well. See, I've got the eye of Prometheus here in the background, almost like a halo. Right, little dude, I get artsy about stuff, dude. I really, really do. I get artsy about stuff. And it's really funny too, because I've got a term that I use for it, but the only people who don't get upset about it are my gay friends. And I can't use the term here on YouTube. But let's just say the term I use is art British cigarette. Alright? Art British cigarette. And that just kind of communicates that, yeah, I got artsy with it. I may have gone into the significance maybe a little deeply, but I try to hide it. I try to hide that. I try not to have that just kind of hanging out there too much, because people don't care. Take a look at, all right, so gosh, Perry, what's her name? Her last name's Perry. I know that. She was the singer of Four Non Blondes, right? And she basically destroyed with that, and they had that one hit song, hey yeah yeah yeah, hey yeah yeah, I said hey What's going on? Right? They had that song, and it was their big hit because it was poppy, it was catchy and whatnot. But the rest of the album is like, it's real artsy, right? Deep into the craft, deep into significance, blah blah blah. And she self-destructed the band, firing members along the way, literally abandoning them outside the concert as she jumped into the limo and just rode off without them, leaving them standing there. Like, for real. Right? And then, and it would be tragic too. Like, yo, Billy Powermax, what's up? Dude, good to see you. Billy Powermax has a great book. He should drop a link to that in the chat. He should. But anyway, yeah, so she nuked her band. She got all artsy. She had 2 other albums that, unless, like, really, they didn't sell. They didn't move any copies. They were just absolute failures, right? Because people wanted, you know, the what's going on, right? She got too artsy with it, right? And now I think it was this year or last year, she got inducted into the Songwriter Hall of Fame. And you're like, well, wait a minute, she just had that one hit. And I'm going to tell you right now, it hit 14 on the American charts and hit number 1 internationally, which was great. I mean, the international crowd ate it up. The Americans were like, yay, it's good. Okay, moving on. But you've heard her song. She went and she wrote a whole bunch of songs for other artists who were looking to break out of their genre, like Katy Perry, Pink, Alicia Keys. Like, dude, she's one of the most prolific pop songwriters, which the irony is palpable, considering how anti-pop and, you know, edgelord rebellious she was in her youth. Right? And yet now she's brought the band back together. They're doing a tour. It's crazy. 4 Non-Blondes back together after 30 something years. But you know, she got her head out of her ass. It's like, look, there's a time and place to be artsy, right? That's your passion project, right? You want to do your passion project, do your passion project. Don't expect to make money off your passion project. We look at the prequels, the Star Wars prequels specifically, and that was Lucas's passion project. That was Star Wars as he always wanted it, right? That was his full imagination. Like it or dislike it, I am of the dislike crowd. I did not enjoy it very much. It has its moments. I hate the lightsaber fighting in it. I know a lot of people like that, but it's like, dude, I actually know how to swing a pointed stick. So the lightsaber fighting in there just twitches my eye. It's so bad. We're going to do the same 3 moves over and over again. Look, we're going to shoot it from a different angle. Oh, look, it looks like it's so... Oh, look. Boring. Oh, look, we're just... We're just... Hated it. Alright, let's... What is the thickness of that? Okay. Get down with the thickness. Muscle mommies. I need help. Yeah, it's good that I went and did what I did when I did it, because it turns out that the wife needed me for a honeydew later today. So I'm gonna have to simplify on dinner, because it's my turn to cook dinner tonight, and I love cooking. So tonight, we're gonna have some sausage, potatoes, onions, real simple kind of deal, right? Some a little bit of fermented garlic, salt, pepper. Simple, simple. All right. Come on, mix that up with a little bit of olive oil and bake that. Ooh, see, this comes down, and we would actually see a little bit behind her right there. All right, let's zoom out, see where we're at. All right, we're getting there. Oh, stretch. Stretch. Okay. And then let's go ahead and put our dressing back up so we can see where we're at. Yeah. There we go. Okay, cool. Revenge of the Sith is pretty decent, right? When you realize the original formula works. Dude, Bad Moon #1 over on Fund My Comic. Go check it out. Bad Moon #1 over on Fund My Comic. I love Fund My Comic. It is my favorite crowdfunding site for comic books. They also do other crowdfundings there. They're open to anything. Anybody is welcome to come by and come play games. You know what I mean? Like, I have seen everything from woke to anti-woke over on that site. They really put their money where their mouth is when they say that everybody is welcome. I remember when I saw like the first like super woke comic over there, and I went and I snuck behind the lines, and they put it up there to prove that, you know, oh, these guys are cancel pigs. You know, they're not going to let me in there. They're going to kick me off. They're going to harass me. I'm going to play the victim card. And then I'm going to get head pats from all my friends. And turns out they were wrong. And they did decently on their funding, too. Because with Fund My Comic, you pay so less of the, what do you call it? You pay so much less in fees. Because Fund My Comic realized that they're a small site, and really what they have to offer is an infrastructure for you to sell your wares. And I do believe, gosh, you know, they run sales and stuff like that, but usually it's like upwards of 3%. And then of course you've got to pay your own processing fee through Stripe, which is about 3.5% to 4%. It fluctuates a little bit. All right, we're gonna put some regular screws here on the outside, kind of fill up some negative space a little bit. And I love that. Right? It's like, look, yeah, because we may not agree on politics. We may not vote for the same guy. We may not have the same solutions to things that we perceive as problems. Heck, we might not even perceive the same things as being problems. But it's about the entertainment. It's about getting stuff out there. It's about entrepreneurialism. And I know that word is so grotesquely abused these days. And it's the big corporations that fund the trash talking against entrepreneurialism, because the independent creators are the threat. They are a threat to the industry. And that's why I say, and I have been saying for years, make mine indie. I've never abandoned that hashtag. And I know hashtags are dino. Like, nobody uses hashtags anymore. But, alright, we're going to cheat for a second here. We're going to pop in a rectangle. Ooh, you're ugly. No. Let's make that much thinner. How about this? It's still too thick. Let's go with maybe this. I just want it to be real light. Yeah, because I got to sketch around it. Alright, let's zoom back out. Let's do the flip-flop. Flip. Flop. Flip. Flop. See, we got that motion, kind of counter motion. Right? It's going against the flow, so the wind's going against the flow. It creates a stop, causes the eye to pause. But at the same time, we still got that Z thing going on, so especially if we pop up the dressing here, We can see, okay, left to right. Right, so you read across the title, then you zip back down, which is why I've got the Tank Ferret logo over there in that lower right-hand corner. Revenge of the Sith was pretty. No, look, they're pretty decent. We are gonna put this on our temp layer. I don't want to screw it up. And then we're gonna put a box here. And then I have to put the. So we're gonna actually create a new. Okay, so let's. All right. One thing at a time. All right. We're gonna get in here. We're gonna erase any of this stuff that's kind of crossing over. Right. Anything else clipping through? Okay, we're gonna transfer that down to the lower layer because next we are going to add in, and we're gonna make this one a different color here. We're gonna make this one bright red so I can see exactly what it is I'm doing here. And then we're going to, nope, okay. We're just gonna make a square. All right, we got our square. And then that's gonna be our center square. All right, I'm gonna grab this tool, Control C, Control V, and then we're gonna boop. Oh, nope. There we go. All right, and then we're gonna merge that one down. Control C, V. There we go. Merge it down. Control C, Control V. There we go. All right, merge it down. Control C, Control V. Just needs to be, okay, let's try this again. There we go. Okay, cool. Merge it down. Control C, Control V. All right, cool. Looking good. All right, now last one, I believe. Control C, Control V. And then we'll just get it lined up properly. All right, merge it down. And now we're going to go through and erase anything that falls below that stuff, right? It doesn't have to be perfect. All right. So we got to do one more layer of polishing after this anyways. Regardless of whatever we go with. We got one more layer of polishing. And this folks, right, like way more work goes into covers. Way more work goes into covers than interior pages for a book. And this is why they're so damn expensive. Like, it may cost, like, even for like high-end artists, it may cost a few $100 for them to do an interior page, but it's going to cost a few thousand for them to do a cover, right, for that same artist. And that's fair, because cover is that's advertising art, which is probably one of the most important aspects of commercial art is advertising. Like, you really got to have your stuff together on that, like, for real, because if it's not going to grab people, then you're not going to get anybody looking at the interiors. So, and that's why, oh man, King Leek, when he got that logo done by Xevious, who was a legit commercial artist. I mean, when he was doing stuff for indie comics guys, the guy was, and I'm not demeaning anybody in indie comics, he was slumming it. Like, this is a guy who worked for major corporations, designed their logos. You've seen a lot of them. A lot of them you probably haven't seen unless you're in the finance industry, and that's printing money. Like, that's ridiculous amount of money right there. Those guys spare no expense. All right, so let's go back here. Now we're going to tonal correction, hue, saturation, luminosity. We're going to suck all the fun out of it. No, we're going to suck all the, there we go. Cool. Now we got our, oh, you know what, that's okay. Because I totally forgot. We don't want anything on the inside of this eye. It's not an empty circle. That's going to be a big glowy red thing. All right, there we go. Cool. We still have more stuff to do. We're going to merge this down. Ah, dang it! I accidentally merged down the whole layer. No, I just want to transfer that down. Okay, cool. What project is this? This is the album cover for the music you're listening to. So this is for Apex Predator Prometheus, a Scalpel Xero adventure. This is going to be a Metroidvania and comic book. I'm busting my butt trying to get the demo done and get it uploaded to Steam by the end of the month. We're already halfway through the month, and I'm nervous. At least I will have the wish list thing up there. I'll have like the listing at minimum by the end of the month. So, and that's I mean, dude, even that's going to cost me $100 to get a listing there. Okay. But yes, this is some cyberpunk horror, as Scalpel Xero is a prototype cyber droid. It's sent in to an artificial intelligence run research and development facility. Keep in mind, true artificial intelligences are illegal. So, she is sent in and quickly finds out that this is not the go in, find the problem, and fix it. This is, oh shit, I need to get out, because the Prometheus, the artificial intelligence, has renamed himself as Simon to make things simple for you idiots out there. Simon says, I will be free. And so, trying to escape, now Xero has to escape the facility in Antarctica where Simon resides, or he will take her body and use it as a vessel to escape his prison, because her neural framework is complex enough to accommodate his intelligence. And if Simon gets free, well, in 2041 they had an artificial intelligence that was, and this reason why artificial intelligence is illegal is they had an artificial intelligence that was used. Its name was Midas. It was supposed to regulate and help fix errors in the financial system, and it broke the world economy within a few hours, and it took 72 hours to break into the facility and shut it down, because Midas activated the Internet of Things to protect itself. Yeah, it was a nightmare. And the singularity came, and humanity actually survived. But largely because the AI was actually just doing its job. But it did not go well. It did not go well. So that's what makes Prometheus such a dirty secret for the company. is they have a true intelligence chained beneath a mountain. So, yeah, it's a bit of cyberpunk horror, and she's got to escape. It's a hell of an adventure with twists and turns, and gets the ball rolling on the whole Scalpel Xero storyline. Our prototype cyber droid in the 2060s, and you get to watch life and society as you know it become that cyberpunk dystopian nightmare that we all love and enjoy from the genre. Of course, this song right here is a love song. It's a love song for her, between her and her kukri. She loves her kukri. It's the Wildemaster series kukris. High frequency oscillating blades that cut through anything, just about. Unfortunately, the Wildemaster line did get canceled because, well, they had problems with waterproofing. And what good is an outdoor piece of outdoor equipment that breaks when it gets wet? Alright, so yeah, shenanigans. I do love corporate shenanigans. Just like Scalpel Xero's boots, they're discontinued. She loves those clod hoppers, but soldiers and security people who got them issued to them, they hated them. They were bulky, uncomfortable, and very stiff. But if you've got 5 times peak human strength, and you've got basically a level 3A level of protection to your skin, then these things don't really bother you. And they're very durable boots. They're good boots. Just not for normies. Okay. Let's go ahead. I think what I'll do is I'll draw a center line there, so I can kind of get that kind of like wiggled in a little bit. Right. You know what? This one's going to go through an intermediary box. So we'll go ahead and... Oh, nope. We want to level this one out first. We're going to make this one square. So yeah, this is the soundtrack for the game. The BGM is the music just without the lyrics. But I was thinking, you know, I wanted to like kind of like a storytelling kind of album thing. Have a little fun with it. Almost like a musical. And honestly, we haven't had a good rock opera since Repo. Like, for real. Which I'm gonna go watch that again today. I haven't seen that in years. Repo, the genetic opera. If you have not seen it, oh, it's beautiful. Alright. There we go, there we go. We're starting to get there, folks. We are approaching, what time is it? Oh my goodness, it is the top of the hour. I was wondering if my alarm went off. Because I gotta go check in on Dadland here in a little bit. And go make sure everything is rolling smoothly over there. Kids finished their studies early today. So they're largely on their time. Joke's on them, though. Finish your studies extra quick. I'm going to give you more studies next time. So that way, by the time you hit adulthood, you were going to be tempered steel. And so far it's worked out for my adult children. They have tackled the life of being an adult wonderfully. Their credit ratings are good. They excel at their jobs. And that's all I really wanted. Alright, we're going to put a little bit of a monitor on this one. And then, god damn you, Vasilis Lolos. I love you, you magnificent bastard. He's got me all into cassette punk aesthetic, and I was already leaning into it. And then he started posting like some really great designs that people are doing. And I was like, bruh, I love cassette punk. That's like that 1980s futurism, like Alien, and even the old like Star Wars is a little cassette punk. It's not really cassette punk, but it's got some of the aesthetic with the switches and the toggles and the, you know, the analog, right? A lot of analog. You know, analog interface, or analog to digital, or digital to analog to digital. You know, I'm into that. I am. Alright, we're going to get rid of some of this extra stuff so we can really see what we're working with here. And then, here we go. We'll go ahead and do like that. And get rid of that line. That line, that line. Okay, and then we're going to zoom out and see where we're at. Alright, folks, we're getting there. We are getting there. Ooh, stretch. I got caught in a stretch. Those things are brutal. Those things are brutal. Yeah, we are getting there. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and add a little bit of line there. We're going to add a little bit of line there. Then we're going to come zoom in here. We're going to clean it up a little bit. There we go. And we're going to zoom back out. Check our dressing. A little bit of a tangent with that pistol. So I might pull that arm down just a little bit. Well, my choices are to pull it up, pull it down, or pull it up. Oh, dude, I totally forgot. That's open, so I should be drawing. Let me grab my temp layer here. Alright. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Okay, that's a little better. And then we'll go ahead and... Nope. See, if I add too much on the inside there, it's going to look like shit. So, there we go. I hear you, doggo. I know. It's time to go take you for a walk. Okay, I gotta go take the dog out for a walk. She's looking at me and she's like, man, I just got to go so bad. Why you make me got to go so bad? Feed me all that good food and whatnot. Oh boy. I don't know why my dog just turned into Wolfman Jack. Hello, all you cool cats and cats. What's up, cats and dogs out there in Radio Land? I'm Wolfman Jack. Alright, everybody. See you back here in just a few. Enjoy the music and the Gooner Bay.
Hum and play. Cookie sings its favorite song, slicing cellulose and bone. I laugh while the thing convulses, still thinking it could call me home. It thinks it's the apex, thinks it's the end, thinks it's already won. I just carve a tunnel through its heart and lights and shattered glass. Same as when I walked in. Could have been worse. I'm fine, how was your day? Got eaten by a plant that thought it could make me pray. Now it's fertilizer, I'm still walking, still armed, still me. You built me better than your monsters, guess that's plain to see. I'm fine. How was your day? Just another Tuesday. I'm fine. How was your day? How was your day? Red lights. Red lights. Red lights bleed across the floor. I feel the weight in my palm. LIH cell clicks, the edge wakes up that high-pitched song. Knife was quick but too light. Katana sharp but just too large. Kukri curves just right, like it was forged inside my heart. I don't know the frequency math or scientific game. I just know when it sings, the whole damn world feels my name. Battery drops, edge chips, I don't even blink. I slap in a fresh cell and keep making them scream. Kukri scream, cut through me. I love the way you bite. Every atom you shear feels like heaven to me tonight. I don't need the blueprint, I don't need the why. I just need this curve in my hand when the whole world dies. Kukri scream, louder baby, let it ring. You and me against the swarm, we don't need anything. Spiders crawl, Borgs charge, mercs dive in like they're brave. One heavy swing and their scraps, spare parts dancing in the grave. Luster fades, glow flickers, not a flinch while I prepare. Kit in my belt, edge back to white hot. Cutting without a care, they built me better. They just forgot to tell the toys. Every time you hum for me, I remember where the noise. When it comes time to swing, I swing, I swing, I swing. Like I was born for the cuts, cut them up. cyber meat. Flesh and chrome forever fused. Bio-horrors born in chains. Claws of tungsten, teeth of screws. Rifles grafted to their veins. Nothing here remains humane. Metallic jaws that drip with oil. Ranged barrels where eyes once showed. Every limb a weapon loyal to the god who claims their bone. This is where the monsters drone. Cybernetic research floor, where the crime is cold. Progress, brains in machines forevermore. Humanity stripped and undressed. You're just parts for the harvest. For the harvest. Hybrid horrors march in line. Tooth and claw and gun combined. No more soul, no more design. Only circuits, only grind. This department owns your mind. Simon watches every slice. Every fusion feels so right. Scream if you like, the machines don't care. Your body's just another cybernetic research floor, where the crime is cold. Progress, brains in machines forevermore. Humanity stripped and undressed. You're just parts for the harvest. For the harvest. Conveyor belt swinging, parts flying like razor shrapnel. Presses slamming down hard enough to flatten titanium, no rehearsal. I leave the gaps, kukri humming, but won't slip and I'm paced. Molten metal raining, lasers carving the air. This place wants me erased. Simon wants me intact, but his definition's loose as hell. Traps calibrated to break me just enough, drag me back to his cell. Lasers grid the catwalks, drones swarming, kill formation. Utilities arms swinging like wrecking balls.
All right, we're back. Thank you everybody for joining me. Make sure you smash that like button and subscribe because my schedule is absolutely chaotic. It's nuts. Deadland, it pokes in. My adult daughter stopped by. She is overpopulated, soon to be a mother of her own. I'm going to be a grandpa before I hit 50. And nobody's having babies as a teenager, so I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Hold on one second. I got somebody wanting my attention. Okay. All right. We are coming together on this picture, slowly but surely, but plenty of detail. I've been really enjoying watching Comic Artist Pro Secrets drawing that Cyberfrog comic. Like, the amount of detail that is going into that book is just nuts, dude. Like, hey man, making us look bad. Just how damn good the artwork is in that book. Like, for real. Okay. I'm going to put the monitor part of this right here. Alright. It's a little wonky, but it is what it is. But hopefully it helped break up some of this tangent here. Alright. We've got a little bit of tangent with the gun, and I don't want to have to redraw that, because I'm a lazy son of a bitch. So it is what it is. Of course, tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern over on at Omer Glitch here on YouTube will be Hump Day. Got an amazing crew of artists and creators over there. One of my favorite comic book writers right now, one of my favorite comic book creators right now, Dale A. It's his storytelling is great. We have this one book, the kids and I absolutely love it. It's called Sword and Chivalry, and it's not available anymore. He only printed 100 copies, and he didn't even sell them. He gave them out. Right? And I was like, dude, man, if you ever want to I was like, this is something that as an editor-in-chief with over 10 years experience, I would absolutely greenlight this project. I was like, dude, this just needs a decent amount of editing on the artwork, a little bit of editing on the scripting and the lettering. But I was like, this right here is a great book. Like, I would totally greenlight this for film, and it would make for a great film. Absolutely fantastic. So you can find him at Art Installation. I think, gosh, he's got a weird website. See, that's another thing that bothers me. He's got a weird website name, and it's got a hyphen in it, right? And it's like, ooh, that makes it a little hard to get your hands on. You got like stuff like that going on. All right, I want to move. We're gonna just kind of beef this up a little bit. Okay. Get rid of the marching ants. There we go. All right. And we'll have this, and this, and that. All right. And then we're going to draw a line. We'll draw a line right there, and right there. Fix this circle a little bit. Turn that one down. I'll have that one turned all the way up. And then we're going to zoom in a couple more layers. Now we're actually at 100%. And I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cheat. So if you're not cheating, you're not trying. We're going to grab that. And we're going to go Control C, Control V, Control T, and just bring it over. Alright. And then we're going to go say OK. Control V, Control T. No. Deselect. And then, you know what, I'm just going to grab my little movie tool so I can just move it over. Right? And then we're going to say Control V and move that one over. Right. Good cheating. Paste it again. And there, that's good for our rough pencils on that. And then we are going to merge all of those down. Cool. Let's get that level. Zoom out. Let's do the little flippy back and forth. Cool. Good. Let's remove our dressing and focus in on the artwork here. We're getting there. We're getting there. All right. Next. And we're going to go ahead and move all that stuff down to the next level. We're going to grab that. And then we're going to grab our circle tool and pop in a little bit of a circle there. And then we are, oops, you know what? We're going to undo that. Oops, undo that. First, we're going to move that stuff down to the lower level, so that way when I do this, right, I can say Control V, Control T, boom, and we're going to pop that one in right there, just like that. Nope. Get it a little bit better. Okay. That looks better. Yeah, good enough. Okay, so then we're going to merge that one down entirely. And then Control C, Control V, Control T. And we're going to pop another one of those. Let's go ahead and zoom out all the way and figure out where we're going to put this one. Put this one right there. Say OK. Paste another one. And grab, actually, you know what, we're going to Control T because we're going to make this one a different size. I'm going to put that one down there, and then we'll increase it in size. Say, okay, cool. Then we're going to merge those all back down to one convenient temporary layer. Come down to our pencils layer and start getting rid of some of the stuff underneath. Right? There we go. That way we can work with this. Alright, you're not intersecting anything. You are intersecting things. Then we're going to grab that. And here's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and reduce the opacity, transfer it down to the lower level, and then bring our opacity back up. Ooh, look at that. I cheated. I cheated so good. Alright. And then, alright, we need one more box. So we're going to bring our opacity back down. We're going to have this box kind of going off screen right there. And then I think that's good enough. Okay, cool. So we'll come back down to this layer. We're going to nuke that while I've got the eraser out. Kind of clean up a little bit some of these lines. You know what? F it. I'm just gonna there we go. I had a couple of... Oh, dang it. What the heck is that? Oh. I had the wrong tool selected the whole time. I was wondering why those lines were coming out like looking a little funky. Okay. There we go. Alright. Add a couple of screws right there. We're going to add a screw right here. We're going to add 2 to that one. Then we're going to pop one right here. And then we're going to pop one right there. There we go. Okay, let's come back up to our temp layer. Merge it down. Bring our opacity back up. Cool. And then start plugging things in. So we'll have a couple of ports here. Alright. I'm going to get a little funky with it. So we're going to go ahead and have this one kind of come in straight to this box. Alright. So this one's just going to bypass everything altogether and go straight up to that box. Alright, I think I can just avoid, we're going to have it go behind, oops, I don't know why I did that. Okay, there we go. And then go straight up to there. And then we'll have it, you know, we'll have it pass underneath those wires too. So that's what we'll do. But this one, we're going to have it go over this one and go under that one. Alright. And then this one, we'll have it do the opposite. Alright. So this one's going to go like this. It's going to go there somewhere. And then this one is going to plug in right there. Like that. And then let's see here, we'll have this one come straight to a box like that. And then we'll have it kind of go over these right there, kind of like that, even though that's not the have it go like that, connect into that box, and then we'll have this one cross over and come straight to the box as well. Alright, but there we go. Who knows what's in these cables? Maybe Fruit Loops. It's full of cereal, breakfast cereal. One is Fruit Loops, the other one's Cinnamon Toast Crunch. And it's a shame that adults can't see what makes Cinnamon Toast Crunch so irresistible to kids. It's an age thing. You know, much like not being able to see imaginary friends, you can't see the appeal of Cinnamon Toast Crunch. It just doesn't work. I kind of have my own headcanon on how that advertising campaign came about, where it's like, you know, you get a bunch of these marketing executives and they're tasting the cereal. So, you know, a lot of times when you're marketing for something, you got to know the product, right? So they're tasting the cereal and they're like, dude, like this thing is just, it's sweet on sweet with a hint of chemical shitstorm on the back end. Why do kids even like this? Like, how did this pass market testing, right? How did this get past, how did this survive focus groups? And one of the other marketing executives goes, you know what? That's our marketing. Grown-ups just can't see why kids like Cinnamon Toast Crunch so much. So that's my headcanon on how that came about. I keep getting told, side note, I keep getting told that I need to I keep getting told I need to watch Mad Men. And I've seen clips and stuff. I'm like, yeah, no, I totally need to watch Mad Men. That's my bag right there. Caleb Reynolds asks, how funky are we gonna get in terms of the Cheese Whiz? Oh, dude, Bootsy Collins will rise from the grave and start slapping bass. That's how funky we're gonna get. And if you don't know who Bootsy Collins is, what the funk is wrong with you? Alright, we are going to put a big knob. Yes! Turn those knobs! Turn those knobs! Pull those levers! Pull those levers! Ooh, and then we're going to grab... we're going to go back down. Ooh, come on, with the autosave. I got so much stuff open right now. Okay, there we go. Gosh, that actually took a while. It might be a sign that I need to close things out. Alright, so we already have like a dial thing going on. So I'm just going to grab it. We're going to copy it. We're going to paste it. We're going to deselect and transform. Zoom back out. Oh gosh. No, I can't do anything with it. It's that small. Alright, well, you know what we can do? We can just make it big. And then move it into place and size it back down. Alright, so we're going to size it back down approximately there. Yeah, look at that. Oh yeah, buddy. Cool. Now we got our knob. And then we're going to grab that. We're going to merge that down into our temp layer. Oops, wrong one. There we go. Cool. And then we're going to go ahead and put like a meter bar right here. And then what I'm going to do is we're going to put like divots right there, about like that big, here at the corners. And then we're just going to go around, but we're not going to follow the circle perfectly. We only want to follow it about halfway and then go straight into the thing, so that way we've got like a good butterfly plate for the thing to kind of bolt down. Alright. And then we'll round out that edge right there, but then on the inside we're going to put our little thing. Let me do it like this so I can go ahead and do it. This is the one song on the album that's got cussing in it. All the others are pretty kosher. There we go. Cool. We got our little thing. Level. Bring it back out. Take a look. Alright. We are getting there. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go down to this layer here. I'm going to grab this. Control C. Oh, no, that's not what I want to do. I hit the wrong button. Okay. I'll bring that over here. We're going to zoom in. And we're going to size it down. Yeah. And we're going to put it right there. And I'm going to grab my eraser tool. Erase that. Bring that up. Merge it back down to with the temp. Oops, that's the wrong one. There we go. Okay, cool. Good. Next, we're going to bolt this thing to the wall. So I'm going to put a nice big bolt right there. Alright, so we're going to draw our circle, and then we're going to draw a little bit more. This is to kind of be like, oh, okay, yeah, it's got a little bit of a, what do you call it? So you can get the tool in there. It's got a little bit of a slot type of a deal. I'm going to add some extra detail. You know what? Ooh, I like that. That's an extra like little detail. So then we're going to come, we're going to work our way around. Work our way around this thing. And then draw a line towards the middle. Draw a line towards the middle. There we go. Put a little bit of a plate on the outside of that. I don't know what it's for. I'll figure something out. Oh, come on, there we go. And erase that underline. There we go. Zoom back out. Oh, come on, zoom back out. All right. Getting there, folks. Getting there. All right. Let's go ahead and put a junction box right here. And then we're just going to go ahead and you know what, we're going to do it. Let's go ahead and do a temp layer. And then Control C, Control V. Grab our little movie tool. There we go. Control V. And Control V. Control V. Control V. Alright, cool. And then we're going to merge all that down. Cool, good enough. And then I'm going to go ahead and clean this up a little bit. Oops, that's on the wrong layer. There we go. And then let's, alright, we're going to go ahead and have this. There we go. And then we're going to put like a little something there. And put like a caution. Little caution triangle right there. You know what? We're gonna nix that. We're just gonna keep it with just a caution triangle. Alright. And then put the little lightning bolt. It's high voltage. Alright. Alright, next. Oh, almost time for the 4 o'clock chicken block over on Omer. I think we're doing it on Omer Glitch's channel today. He's been covering for Rex, who normally does this show at 4 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. Eastern. I keep saying, like, dude, it should be the 5 o'clock shadow, dude. Because, like, come on, man. It's people pay. There's 2 time zones that people pay attention to. Let's be real. That's Pacific and Eastern. Everybody else, I'm sorry, man. You live in the boonies. And yeah, I'm one of those people. I live in the boonies. It doesn't matter if you live in Chicago, which is one of the major financial hubs in the entire, one of the most powerful and lucrative financial hubs in the entirety of the world. You live in the middle of nowhere. Besides, the capital is on the East Coast, and usually for a country, even countries that span multiple time zones. The time zone usually represented for a country is wherever the capital is. And let's be real, the capital's on the eastern time zone. So it is what it is. Try harder. All right. Let's see. We've got nothing going on in the chat. Chat's quiet, man. It's a quiet day today. I think YouTube got angry at me because I might have had like a little too much gooner bait going on the other day. So I think YouTube's not exactly pleased with me right now. Gotta play by their rules. It's their house, man. This is why I need to start building up my presence elsewhere. Alright, so we already have one thing going off to another off-screen source, so I think we'll have a third one. We'll have this one going off in this direction to kind of infer that there's something over there. Alright, we're going to go ahead and put a series of bolts on this. Alright, bolt this to the wall, and then we'll put another ring on this. There we go. Okay. Let's zoom out. Flip it. Flip it. Okay. We got a little bit of a oh, stretch. Okay. There we go. Okay. Got 20 minutes till our next break, folks. 20 minutes till our next break. Please like and share this out on your favorite social media. All right. Oh, come on. Oh, that's right. We want to race. I gotta go back down to the layer below it. Alright. You heard bus size is just growing and growing until people started paying attention. That's what I did. Let's see here. We'll put a little bit of a monitor on this one right here. I'm hoping I can get enough of this comic done that I at least can like kind of preview an ash can. Just like I said, I've got a book I'm doing, The Neon Revenant, Hell Hath No Fury, Such as a Mother's Vengeance, over on Indiegogo. Go sign up today. So we're going into full swing on production at the end of the month. So whatever I have done on my personal projects is what I have done on my personal projects. The Bellatorus Rescue and Recovery board game will be coming out later this year. I'm waiting for... we gotta let the geopolitical situation kind of like chill out a little bit. It's really messed with pricing things. It has, and I don't want to play too much speculative marketing. I don't. Control C, Control V, Control D to deselect, because we're going to do like that. And then Control V. Control. Oh, dang it! I hit the Windows button. Ah. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, so then let's go ahead and merge these down to there. Go ahead and grab that real quick. We are going to get them nice and centered. Okay. Let's see what we got. We are getting there, slowly but surely, folks. Slowly but surely. Yo, what's it? The playlist person. Can you draw Susie from Deltarune? I'm not familiar with them. Let me go look that up real quick. I'm a kind of a recluse, so in my defense. Susie. Oh. Deltarune. Oh, there it goes. Let's see what we got here. Oh, interesting. Well, that's an interesting character design. Wow, it's really popular too. A lot of fan art. That's kind of neat. There's a more hominid version. It's kind of like a dragon vibe. Interesting. You know, I might just throw that up on the list of things to draw sometime. That's kind of interesting. I was not familiar with that one. I'm gonna have to look into this. That's an interesting character design. She's got like interesting build, realistic. Do enjoy that. It's funny. Oh yeah, no, thanks for the heads up. I'll check that out sometime. Right now, I gotta finish up this this album cover I'm working on for the and it's for the music you're hearing right now. Thank you very much, the playlist person, for bringing that to my attention. I'm always looking for new things. Especially outside of the mainstream. I don't like mainstream. It's dookie. It's a bunch of corpos that don't understand how the magic works. They just fly around in their little wicker airplanes and wicker satellite dishes, hoping to get a cargo drop. For real. Alright, let's get that. Clean that up a little bit. Get that out of my way so I can see what I'm working with here. Alright. Alright. And then we are going to have a major junction. So let's... we're going to have a nice... how thick is that one? That is that. Okay. And we're going to go ahead and do the same connection right there. And then we'll do another one over here with this line. Like that. Yeah, I'll add Susie from Deltarune to my wheelhouse of cool stuff. Looks like an indie production too. That's kind of neat. I do like indie. Alright, let's get this. Alright, this one's gonna be, so we're gonna put all of the, alright, so we're gonna put, so far we have 3, we'll make 4, 2, 3, 4, how many can we fit on here? 6 maybe? 5, 6, Yeah, okay, cool. Then what we'll do is we'll go ahead and grab that. And then, oops, you know what? I think actually, because that's on a different layer. So we're going to go ahead and make this a little more centered. Okay. Cool. So then, what I'm going to do, we're going to have this one is going to come all the way around. All right. Gosh, that is a messy curve. Let's clean that up a little bit. And then it's a thick cable, so we don't want it to turn too fast. All right, otherwise you're going to pinch the cable. You can't pinch the cable. If you pinch the cable, you're going to break the cable. You don't want to break the cable. You can't pinch the cable. All right. Because I tell you what, that cable's thicker than a DeviantArt waifu. Poor DeviantArt, man. It's going the way of MySpace. It's dying. But then again, they got really hostile. Look, it's like, dude, you know, I don't go to Blue Sky. I don't go to Truth Social. I can't stand that stuff, man. You know, one way, it's a party foul, right? It's a party foul. Like, you don't bring up politics or religion at a party, right? That's a party foul. It kills the party. I kind of feel the same way with running a company. It's like, dude, I don't give a shit about your opinion. I don't care about your opinion, even if I agree with it. Just knock it off. Just do what you're supposed to do. Stop being a bitch. All right. So we got that one right there. It's a pretty heavy-duty cable. We're gonna nuke that, and we're gonna. Pardon me. I'm gonna go ahead and put a box here, like that. All right, then we're gonna put 1, 2, 3. Another thing I don't like about working digitally is that my pen is so big that it obscures part of my view. That's not happy. Alright, next we're going to have that one connect to this one. So first things first, we're going to draw a straight line and just see how that works. Okay, cool. Well, that's not going to be much of a bend. So that's going to curve up a little bit. And that's going to curve down a little bit. Alright, and then we've got another cable plug-in over here. A little thicker. Yep. It's gonna add. This is gonna add a decent amount of depth to the picture and whatnot. So, all right. Where else do I want to run one of these cables here? Let's see here. You know what? We're going to put it on the front of this box. Here. I know. That's that's a bold move, Cotton. All right. And we're going to have that kind of come in here, like that. Have it cross over the front. And then I'll have this, that's what this top one will be doing. There we go. There we go. We're starting to get somewhere. Alright, we got 2 more of these cables to plug in. Well, one of them I know we're gonna go ahead and plug into that big eye in the back there. So we won't see where that one goes. And this other one, I'll go ahead and have it go up a little bit. And then figure out what I'm gonna do with it. So we're going to have it go to a different location. Ooh, you know what? We're going to have it go it this way. All right. Ooh, there we go. There we go. It's gonna go over. Where's our box? Okay, cool. We can fit in. There we go. We're getting there. We're getting there, people. All right. Okay, let's go down to this layer. Start cleaning up. There we go. Oh, I see a space where the cable's supposed to go. Well, we're in it. When in doubt, sketch through. Sketch through. It's okay. It's okay to sketch through. More foundations, more work. Gets things cooking pretty decently. Okay. Let's zoom out. I said zoom out. There we go. Yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. We're almost there. It is near the top of the hour. Okay, so we're going to do one last little bit. We're going to do one last little bit here. We're going to go ahead and put in the main line right there. It's a nice thick cable, but that's going to go over it. Right. So, and then we're going to go ahead and add a bracket, kind of lock it in place. All right. And then this one is going to be like a plug. All right. It's going to be a plug. It's going to have like a latch release system right here. All right. Around these edges here. Sorry, it's time for me to take my allergy meds. So my voice is getting a little. It's getting Flemish. It's not even. Not talking about the language, folks. I'm not talking about the language. So we have that, and then we'll have a couple of indicator lights. We'll have a red, a yellow, and a green. And then grab our circle tool and really make this nice and thin. And then, all right, there we go. And grab, there we go. Come on. Dang it, man. Okay. I'm gonna move that over a little bit. Maybe even increase the size of it. Say okay. I'm gonna reselect this because I'm going to copy paste. Control T. We're gonna bring it down just a little bit. There we go. Okay. And then deselect. Merge that down. Get in here on this. And I'm going to say V. And we're going to have terrible kerning on this. VAC. Because this was not done by a graphic designer, this was done by an engineering team. So then we'll have that right there. We're going to have a dial. Right, and then I've got to, I'm going to go ahead and, this will be our red zone, our yellow zone, our green zone, and then this will be the white zone, so it means not enough. Right, a classic dial. Right? I know it's not perfect, but I'll put some. Then you know what else we're gonna need to do? We're gonna need to right. So. And just kind of whip that in like that. And then what we'll do is we'll erase that little center part, grab a bigger thing, and then there we go. And zoom out and see how that looks. And take a break. So, I know, sometimes it's just the little details. But this is getting there. Ooh, I see another little bit of erasing that needs to get done here. Oh, is that on this layer? Huh. Dang, it's time for me to merge my 10th layer down. Didn't realize how much it had taken over. Let's clean that up a little bit. Clean that up, clean that up. Oops. That was a mistake. That was a mistake too. So let's be a little bit more careful on our cleaning up. Alright. Yeah. Yeah, we are getting there. All right. See you back here in a few minutes, folks. I'm going to go stretch my legs, go poke in on things in Dadland, and see you back here shortly.
Shaking systems failing, screaming for more. Every belt broken, every drone in pieces, every trap I defied. I walk out smoking and shredded, I'm still alive. Harder than it looks. Harder than it looks. But never hard Door slam shut, I'm dropping fast. the pipes, my breath fogs like a warning cloud. Slippery catwalks gleaming, one wrong step and I'm sliding straight to hell. Liquid nitrogen, rivers glowing blue, one splash and I'm frozen in a cell. Drones screaming from the vents, guns hot, trying to pin me down. I'm slipping, dodging, kukri, outlier, still spinning round. Adaptive mesh is fighting hard, but the cold is biting deep. Simon wants me intact, guess intact means half frozen in his keep. Too cold to care, yeah, watch me run. Rivers of nitrogen shining like death, but I'm still having fun. Slipping, sliding, blades screaming loud, drones exploding midair. I'm racing the freeze and I'm winning. Too cold to care. Too cold to care. Temp gauge plunging, joints starting to stiffen, but I laugh through the bite. One leap over the blue abyss, landing hard on black ice. Drones swarm tighter, lasers cutting frost, trying to lock me in place. I hot swap mid-slide, blades ignite, carve them out of my face. Prometheus is watching. Probably thinks the cold will slow me down. Cute. I wipe the frost off my eyes and say, keep it coming. Too cold to care, I'm tearing through the core. Factory shaking, systems failing, begging me for more. Every river crossed, every drone in pieces, every slip I defied. I burst out the other side, still there. Too cold to care. Too cold to care. Too cold to care. Wits alone must win this fight. Escape! wall that bends. I dodge the traps he spins for me. Use every volt of speed. I bleed one spark of wit to break me free. Simon says, obey. I say never. Simon says stay. I say sever. Escape the final desperate game. Trapped inside a mad god flame. I was the blade, now I'm the prey. But fear won't chain me to this great strength. Speed and every sharpened thought will cut the god and burn the knot. Scalpel Xero breaks the night. I'm coming back into the light. In eon depths the deadly game calls. Scalpel Xero answers with her grace. Counter intel behind the walls. Every move she's already traced. Secrets fall before her flawless face. It's all just a game to her tonight. A deadly lovely game she claims. Fastest, strongest, smarter in the night. Exceedingly lethal in her flames. Scalpel Xero slays and never plays. Apex tech of 2060s dawn. Bleeding edge beauty, cold and refined. Fastest shadow where the light is gone. Strongest blade that leaves no trace behind. Smarter than the minds they try to bind. Exceedingly lethal in her stride. Technological goddess of the tide. She glides through chaos with a silent smile. One step ahead where the weak ones hide. The gods blush before her pride. It's all just a game to her tonight. A deadly lovely game she claims. Fastest, strongest, smarter in the night. Exceedingly lethal in her flames. Scalpel Xero slays and never plays. She whispers, run to the void. Already too late, she won the fight. Checkmate!
Alright, sorry about that, folks. I got a little distracted by Dadland. It needed my input. I had to save the day. Dad saves the day. It's usually a good movie. Alright. Where were we? Oh, yeah. Pardon me. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and transfer all that stuff down. Make sure we did it. And then, you know what, we're going to turn on the dressing and see how much that's covered up. That's okay, we can always move that. So, let's get into it, folks. There we go. No, right. High. Nope. We're going to put that in here. So we'll say high. Voltage. Which I'll probably just grab a font. And get that in there. So we're going to go ahead and make our little lightning bolt here. There we go. Okay. There we go. Alright. Go back out. Come back in. We're going to go ahead and bracket this one like this, alright? Oh, okay, I do have the right color. Alright, so we're going to draw from the center, right? So this way it kind of fits onto the disc and incorporates it in, right? And then we're going to draw a couple of bolts. Right there and right there, and then we're going to box them in a little bit just on the sides. Alright, and then we're just going to follow this curve around. Alright, there we go. And we're not going to finish up our thought on that. We're going to go down here, we're going to clean up this background stuff, get it out of the way. Alright, get it out of the way. We don't want it in the way. Get it gone. Bye. Bye, Felicia. Alright, and then I'm going to grab this right here. And we're going to say Control C, Control V, Control T. And we're going to flip it horizontally. Press the Shift key down. Hold it as we bring it right across. So that way we are at the same level. And then merge that down, go back down to our pencils after deselecting, and then go clean up underneath the other side. Boom. And now we have bracketing. And I think what I'm going to do is we're going to go ahead and bring back this dressing layer, right? I'm going to grab this, and then we're going to Control T. And we're going to, oops. Okay, then we're going to go ahead and put this in there. We're actually going to hide this in. We're going to hide this in this circle here. Figure out a way to do that. You know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? I know what you're saying, bro. Super Saiyan, bro. Yeah, bro. Alright, tossing a couple of bolts, screws, whatever you want to call them, right here, right there. We'll have this one going at this angle. We'll have this one going at this angle. One at this angle, and then one at this angle right here. And then we're going to put a small little cross piece right here. There we go. There we go. All right, cool. And zoom back out. All right. See, now she's starting to pop out more because she's now more the negative space in contrast to the background. Right? Are you following me out there in TV land? You guys tracking? All right. Oh yeah, I was going to show you guys something. So let me see how I'm going to do this. We're going to step back from this for a minute. Right? We're going to step back from this. And we are going to open. All right, so this, once again, I was like, okay, toying around with AI, right? So I took this old picture. This is like, gosh, 8 years old, 9 years old, 7 or 8 years old. 7 or 8 years old, this picture, right? So then I go, hey, with additional instructions, hey AI, make this photo realistic, right? And it comes up with this, right? There we go. No, deselect. Okay. So I'm working on. Nope, that's not the right one. No. What is this? Oh, go away. Go away. All right, so we got. Okay, we're gonna pop. There we go. We can do like that, and then we can go here and compare the two pictures. Alright, so the name of the picture is Armored in Excellence. Of course, all the naughty bits are covered. And you can see where it kind of, like where it AI'd out, where it started hallucinating, because AIs hallucinate. But like I said, this was just a fun little experiment of taking an old picture and running it through a filter, right? That's essentially what it was. Run it through a filter. Okay, so we're going to put this back over there and get back to work. All right. Anyway, just wanted to show you that. Kind of a little bit of silly. All right, it is 4:25. Hopefully you guys are over watching the 4 o'clock chicken block over there. And you know what, out of courtesy and respect, I'm going to go ahead and call it here. So go over to @OmerGlitch. Go over there and hit those reactions on the side. Go smash the like button. Go subscribe to OmerGlitch. The guy does great stuff. We're going to be over there tonight. I'll be continuing to work on this picture on the Hump Day show. And we're going to get some stuff done. This is coming along pretty decently. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and do that, and we're going to file, save, duplicate, PNG, right? Oops, nope, that's not what I wanted to do. All right, and then we're going to go, oops, that's not what I wanted to do either. Okay, there we go. See, I just say I messed up, and then I don't show you how I messed up. All right, then we're going to open that very picture that I just saved because it's too big for me to post to social media. It just is. So what we're going to do is we're going to edit, transform, no, change image resolution. We're going to scale this down to half its size, and social media should accept it at that point. So we're going to say okay. I said okay. There we go. There we go. And then we're going to go ahead and save it as the file it is. Yes, I want to overwrite that file. And I want to say thank you to everybody out there in TV land. Smash that like button. Share this out on your favorite social media. Subscribe and hit all notifications because you never know when I'm going to go live. Hopefully I get this done tonight. I get the Bandcamp thing sorted out. I get the finances plugged in. I get the lyrics uploaded and cleaned up. And get the album art attached, get everything uploaded. And then I got to tie in the project with Legion Xero, so that because when you purchase on Bandcamp, you can automatically, like, they'll automatically get paid. So he'll automatically get his royalties. We came to an agreement on that because of the great work that he did mastering this and kind of giving me some tips and tricks and a little bit of good feedback on improving all of this fun stuff. So I will see y'all later. Follow me on X at Spare Tank. Yes, leave comments down in the description. Timestamp your favorite part of this stream, and I hope everybody out there at TV Lane has a wonderful day. And until next time, stay magnificent.